Alright, I'm gonna film the video in this aspect ratio so you guys can see the whole paper. If you can't read my handwriting, I'm sorry. This is my understanding of the universe, or source, or ourselves, basically so far. I'll start off from source. So this would be our heart, like literally like our heart. And this right here, I guess, could be like our third eye kind of thing. In the middle, like our heart and our third eye is like source. Okay, so we have creation. Okay, we have maintenance, we have destruction, we have delusion, and then we have liberation. We have sleep, we have dream, we have awaken, we have life, we have death, we have air, we have water, or I could just say we have gas, liquid, fire, earth or solid, and then aether, which would be the energy of nothing, I guess you could say. It's like space, I guess. And then we have no choice, we have hearing thoughts, we have emotions, reactions. It's the doubt of atheism. Think life is a coincidence, and this is the reptilian part of the brain. Maybe that's why you call people airheads. I don't know. Well, I don't know. But this, like, all this can actually be rotated. So, like, Earth could be over here instead, and then air could be over here, because they call, like, air life force anyway. But in the cosmos, like, when you look at it from a cosmological perspective, when you see the gases combining with each other, they create water, and then the gravity from the water gets so intense that it actually creates, like, fire or something like that, and then that creates the sun, which creates matter, right? And so it creates planets and stuff. Well, anyways, and then sometimes the gravity can get so big where it just creates a black hole, which would be aether, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so I mean, you guys can speculate this based like on your own perspective. I'm not gonna try to like logically explain everything. Okay, so then now we have no choice. We have hearing thoughts, emotion, reaction, doubt of atheism, coincidence, reptilian brain. We have choice, listening. So hearing is a lot different than listening, because you can hear, but that doesn't mean you're listening, right? Like when you're having a conversation. And instead of thoughts, this would be beliefs. And beliefs are a lot more powerful than thoughts. Thoughts are just like, think of thoughts like leaves and beliefs like branches, okay? Oh, let me go back over here. So that creates basically an inner peace, and then we can respond from a place of inner peace, right? Instead of just emotionally reacting to things like most people, unconscious beings, do. Okay, and then we could be agnostic by science, because there's a lot of scientists now that are actually agnostic. They're like, we don't really know. You know, they're not gonna say they know or they don't know. You know, it's basically they'll admit they don't know. And they like to call like life like a synchronicity, like Pythagoras theorem and string theory, right? How basically the universe is this cosmic music resonating through 11-dimensional hyperspace, right? And this would be the prefrontal cortex of the brain, because it's where we can self-reflect. It's basically, okay? Now we have, let's see. We have a choiceless choice. I guess you could consider that being. I don't know how to explain it. I guess you'll have to figure it out. And this is understanding and trusting. It's a lot different than listening and believing, because you can believe something, but that doesn't necessarily completely trust it. Because why would you need to believe it if you trust it? Does that make sense? Like if it's hot outside, do you have to believe it's hot outside, or do you just like, no, you just trust it's hot outside because you trust what your body's telling you? So understanding. So there's a difference between hearing, listening, and understanding. Okay, you can hear without listening, and you can listen without understanding. Once you understand, then you start to trust. And when I say hearing, listening, understanding, I mean listen to this right here in the middle, which is you, or God, or goddess, whatever, the source being, okay? And then so it's instead of in inner peace and response, you're just being love, and it's spontaneous freedom. Rather than responding, you're just being spontaneous. You're dancing. You're just a free spirit, you know. And you trust in source, rather than being agnostic by science. You trust in source. When I say in source, like literally, you're in source, okay? And then we think the awakened ones, that life is a miracle, right? You know, they say, oh, life could either be a miracle or a coincidence, just depends on how you look at it or whatever. Okay, so this would be the pineal gland part of the brain. Okay, now let's go up here. And the reason why we call life delusion is because it's only temporary, right? It's only in our mind. Plus, in the fourth dimension anyway, all of this is all happening at the same time, okay? All of it's happening right here. It's all like, think of it like spinning, right? Okay, so either take responsibility or just don't call things bad. You have to choose one. Whatever one's easier for you, that's up to you. Okay, so now we have manifest, and this would be time, light energy. It would be the known, you know, like data. It'd be, I guess, masculine because it is kind of like a harder energy. It is past. It's his story, and I would say it's the logical hemisphere of the brain, the rational part of the brain, and it's where relativity exists. So Einstein, he was a very rational and logical person, and he hated the idea of quantum theory, right? So we'll move on to over here, the unmanifest, and we'll say that this is timeless energy, like where time freezes basically in a black hole on the event horizon on the outside and in the singularity where the Planck energy is. So dark energy, and I guess they say 99.999999999% of the universe is dark energy. It's unknown. It's kind of a good thing because it kind of makes things a little bit fun and interesting. Like if you don't know the future, then it's really exciting. Like if you're an anxious person, let that be your strength, not your weakness. Uncertainty is a really good thing. So it's feminine. It's a feminine energy. It's future. It's a mystery. Let's see. And then this would be the creative. It probably would be the rational part of the brain, because if you think about it, what we don't know is pretty irrational because you can't understand something that you don't know. Does that make sense? So this is the creative hemisphere of the brain, and it's the quantum uncertainty, Heisenberg's quantum uncertainty principle, which all quantum theory is basically based on. And Einstein hated it, and then he said that they're trying to figure out a God equation to get these two theories together, basically the quantum theory and relativity, and put them together. But that's the thing. Like you're alive and you're aware, like they already do exist. Like like the God equation is you. Does that make sense? I guess, yeah. Okay. So if you guys want to look at this, I'll zoom out a little bit so you can try to get a whole look at it. I'm sure there's more you can add to it, but right now I think the best. I'm trying to awaken the dream, kind of like lucid dreaming, or dream the awakening. I don't know. There's just so many different things you could do with this. Like, if you can't maintain liberation, which would be freedom, then you destroy creation. There's a whole cycle. So you create maintenance, you maintain, you create destruction, you create delusion, you create liberation. Then you maintain creation, you maintain maintenance. It's a paradox. So then that means you maintain destruction, you maintain delusion, you maintain liberation. If you can't maintain liberation, what do? You destroy creation, you destroy maintenance, you destroy destruction, paradox. So you destroy the delusion. and then you destroy liberation. Okay, and then what do? You delude creation, you delude maintenance, you delude destruction, then you delude delusion, and then you delude liberation. And then you liberate creation, you liberate maintenance, you liberate destruction, you liberate delusion, and then you liberate liberation, and you go back to creating creation. And all this exists at the same time. And this right here, basically the relationship between your heart and your third eye, is basically your life. I don't know how to explain it other than that. And on my video earlier, this is the I forgot what I called it, but yeah, this thing. And then your heart, right? So like your third eye and your heart. All right, there you guys go. Have a good day. I'm not going to put a quote or a song for this video because this is a paper teaching. So from now on, my paper teachings, they're not going to have quotes or songs really, but it's kind of cool, huh? Okay. All right, bye guys and girls.